Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Blonde Fox, and today we're going to continue playing some more Genshin Impact. In the last episode, a lot happened. We went to Lenny's magic show, but during the show, a bunch of stuff went down. One of the tricks went horribly wrong, and one of his, Hopper assistant guys ended up getting crushed and killed. And the woman from the audience that was, picked to be one of the volunteers, completely at random, by the way, he used, a random machine and everything, she's nowhere to be found. She disappeared. And so Farina accused Lenny of being the one who's been a part of the scheming, the missing woman case that's been going on throughout all of Fontaine right now. So we are acting as his both lawyer and detective for this case. So we need to build a case. We have 24 hours, I believe is what she said, in order to come up with a case on how to clear Lenny's name. So that is what we are going to do. A lot went down. I highly suggest watching the last episode. It was a lot of cutscenes, but it was really well animated. It was really nice to watch, and it was such... oh, it was beautiful. But anyways, that's pretty much what happened, so we're just going to continue on with that. We also have plenty of wishes going on right now, because the fact that the anniversary, today was the last day of the anniversary, well, at least since I've been logging in, I haven't been able to do my dailies because I didn't want to leave this area just in case it triggered, a cutscene or something. I didn't want to not, just in case. But we have, 23 wishes, so we'll do a 10 pull each episode until we run out of wishes, and then we'll do singles. But we're going for Nouvelette. I hope we get him. If we don't, no big deal, it is what it is. If we do get him, that would be totally awesome. But just because we're at a point in the game to where I'm just I feel like we have a good selection of 5 stars, and I do like his character a lot, but he's also not someone, if we were to get a 5-star, I'm trying to think who we have. If we were to fail our 50-50, I wouldn't mind a Jean. We already have a D-Luke, but his constellations are pretty good. We have a Mona, but I still haven't really worked with her much. A Kaching wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't mind a Kaching. We could go with an Electro main DPS, even though we already have that kind of with, Razor. If we also failed, we would get, we already have Chi-Chi. I don't want more Chi-Chis. That's kind of something I've already talked about before. I really wouldn't mind a Tainari, and I technically wouldn't mind Dia. Dia's got some good build potential, especially here in Fontaine. But anyways, so I wouldn't mind failing a 50-50, so even if we did, it's no big deal. And then also that guarantees us for our next one, because Farina is supposed to be coming out soon, and I would really like to get Farina. So just because I do have, a little personal goal where I want to get all of the Archons, just kind of a personal goal of mine. So... but yeah, I'm kind of rambling at this point. So remember to like the video if you like it and subscribe if you want more. Without further ado, let's get right to it. I think I covered everything, right? I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, I think we're good. So I feel like there was something I'm missing. Oh, something. Thank you to, I can't remember your name right now, and I'm very sorry. But someone commented down below that I had better weapons that I could have put on Yehlin and Fischl. So I really do appreciate that. So because before I had her with the sacrificial bow, which I always use because of the fact that, yeah, see right there, I always used it because I thought, oh, it works great because, it lets her use her elemental skill twice. But after reading the description of how the Favonius Warbow works and everything, and they said that Favonius is actually better for her if you don't have her weapon, it was just it actually is, and it makes sense because she does have a high crit rate and everything, and it helps her get her elemental burst back faster and everything. Same with Fischl. Fischl I had running the rest because I was mainly using her as a main DPS, but they said actually Stringless is the best for her and everything, and it makes total sense because she is great for a sub DPS as well as a elemental mastery type elemental reaction comboer kind of character. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that comment. That was very helpful, especially because, like I said, I don't use Fischl as a main DPS anymore, so I don't really need her doing that much damage. I need her more so for comboing with her and Oz. So again, much appreciated. Thank you. I love comments like that because there's a lot of stuff about this game that I don't necessarily do correctly or understand fully. I try my best, but, I'm going to make mistakes. I use, every site also says something different. So I have one site that I generally use to give me my builds because I found it to be pretty accurate. But sometimes it's just completely off base, or I don't want to do what they say, or I don't have what they say, so I do appreciate comments like that, so please keep them coming. But yeah, I think that's just about it. So yeah, let's get right into this. Okay, so our first thing, we can examine these white lines, I guess is what it wants us to examine first. Is that these lines over here? Yeah, the chalk drawing. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cowl weren't inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged the falling water tank. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, I was like, what's the magnifying glass button do? So it shows us where all the clues are at, so let's see. Broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. Ooh, okay, this is triggering a cutscene.
This is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
So, either Lenny didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Seems to be flammable, like a type of flash cotton.
Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait! Why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes!
Okay, cool. This is like a full-blown investigation. Okay, so where's our next clues? Okay, we need to talk to the guard over there as well as the guard over here, right? Yeah, okay, we'll talk to you first. What do you know?
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further...
Okay, I didn't know that popped up, so I was wondering if we needed to. Okay, so this just tells us... So that just pulls up our clues during investigation if we want to pull up the clues we currently have. Okay, cool.
Inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Thanks, sorry to bother you.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Well, that's not good. So the random number generator isn't actually random. Okay, so that's definitely gonna put... That's not gonna help at all. I mean, it's good information to have, but that's definitely not looking good for Linny.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh. This location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Could you tell us who she is? We're Linny and Lynette's attorneys.
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The Magic Troop members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Okay, so let's go check out now into the audience area, I guess is where it wants us to go. Ooh, okay, there's a couple of clues over here. Well, we'll talk with you first, I guess. Is that who it's saying? No, yes? Yeah, I think it's saying talk to him.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. It all started with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lenny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Lenny's accomplice, Lynette perhaps, jumping atop the water tank or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Okay, is that all the clues? Yeah, that was the major clue on this side, so then what's... Well, we can still check this out, though. Let's examine the magic box. Gather all the clues, right? Whoa, okay. He's glitching out there. That was weird. It looks like an ordinary box, but Lenny somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did he do it? Yeah, after we're done investigating, didn't he say he was going to explain to us how he did his tricks and everything? At least because he needs to be honest with us and whatnot about what's going on. Of course, we could talk with the guard there. Yeah, she looks like, besides the people over there. Let's talk to her real quick.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
Well, at least she's keeping a level head about this. That's good. Okay, what about you guys back here? Any of you know anything? Oh, no, it's not in here. It's... I gotta go around? Oh, through the door.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Melus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you went to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Lenny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now! But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay?
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Well, when you put it like that.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment.
See, Silver and Maloose? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You pass with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
I think you're missing the point, Paimon. Seems you've already agreed then.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks. Thanks!
I really love her design. I remember whenever I saw her in the trailer and everything, I was just like, oh, I really hope she's playable because I love her design, which I believe she is. I think she's supposed to be coming out pretty soon too, but yeah, she's really cool. Okay, so now to go finish looking for clues. Okay, I think you're the last person we need to question.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here, at least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info. We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the guards is going.
Yeah, I wonder if he's finding Flinch talking to him.
Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh?
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Wait, does that mean there's another box inside this one?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
And this passage linked the two boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Then what about your side of the trick?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow, every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
I can tell a lot of thought was put into this.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Okay, this is really cool. And that's really cool how they did it and everything, and that I didn't even think about the fact that basically, yeah, Lynette just dressed up like Linny for a couple of seconds. I was like, duh, they're twins. That makes so much sense. But anyways, guys, we're going to end this episode here, which means it's time for a 10 pull. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Let's count down. 3, 2, 1, go! And we are getting... It's a purple. That's fine. Let's see what we get. Okay, nothing, nothing, nothing. Come on, give me some characters, maybe some weapons. I've been hurting for some weapons lately. Come on, what do we get? What do we get? Wow, a whole lot of nothing. What is with my luck lately, dude? Oh, well, that's... Dragon's Bane is just okay. Wow, that's all I got. Well, that's where we're ending that note. Let me go ahead. Do I have wishes I can buy anyways, just so we can kind of stock up for next episode? Yes, we can. I can buy 2 more. Awesome. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So in the next episode, we'll do more wishes. We'll also continue investigating and try to prove Linny and Lynette's innocence. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, remember to like it. Comment down below with your thoughts and opinions. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future. Until next time, see ya!